Yo, what's up guys? It's Pyos here, the CryptoPy, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, guys, alright, and the market cap. So let's, first start with the market cap. Market cap's currently at 486 billion, guys. Let's just take a quick look at it. So we go on the monthly, we see what we've been uptrending ever since here, right? And now we're just having a normal pullback, guys, right? That's all I can say here. And it's looking all natural, right? So let's just dive into the Bitcoin chart, because the Bitcoin chart also predicts kind of what the other markets are doing, right? So as you can see here, we had this 4 waves, right? I mean 4 waves, and this was the 5th then. So let's just take a look at what's going on, guys. So if we take the trend based fib extension from this bottom here, and we take it to the top, and we take it to this bottom, then you can see that we reached a 1-to-1 here at the 3, and on the 5 only about a 1.272. But that is still a target, guys. It doesn't always need to hit the 1.618. Also, since I always have it in log scale, so you can see the history here as well. But if we take that off, you can see it's basically flatlining. But then we also hit this resistance here, right? We hit it here. And if you put it just back onto log scale, we didn't hit it just yet, but very close to it as well. So always look at both scenarios, guys. Both look at log scale and without log scale. Just check both. So that's what I see on Bitcoin right now, guys. And if we go to the daily as well, right? So what I told you guys is basically put your stop, guys. Alright, this sounds crazy, right? But I got my stop under this candle right now. Now, I didn't put it under here because, it just doesn't make sense to me. But when this candle's done, I'll definitely put my stop under this candle, alright? So, this candle still has like a lot of hours left, right? Before it closes for the day. But just basically move it up, alright? From day to day to day, right? And then see when you get stopped out. Now, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this is the actual correction already. If it is, guys, if it is the correction, do I still see a lower low? It's possible, right, guys? It's possible. But if you just look at this and also the volume that we got into the crypto market, I think this was just wave 1 on the daily, and we're just gonna make a correction to about $8,000. Alright, 8,012 to 81, 8,200 in between there. The 618 and the 0.65, guys. Watch Phil Cone, and he's a really good chartist, alright. And I got the 0.65 from him, and I think he got it from somewhere else. But I watch him, so it's basically the golden pocket, and basically have a little zone in between here is definitely good to have. And I mean, I honestly just see it going here, guys, right? Why? Well, if you just look at there was a lot of action going on here, right? Just in this zone, guys. See this zone? This zone has a lot of action. So it just makes sense for me to have a zone there, and that we will visit it in order to, before we go higher. So yeah, let me just get rid of this, right? Well, actually no, we can keep this on here for now until we actually go through the channel and, visit these zones. So, but that's normal, right? To get a 618 retrace to a 6.5 or so after a run up like this. So where would that leave us, guys? Let's just predict a little bit, alright? It's always fun to predict a little bit. So let's take the trend based fib extension here from the bottom to this top, and then we say it goes to about the 618, right? Let's say it goes to 618 and not even 0.65, just 618 only. Then that leaves us at a 1-to-1 at about 14,000. So that means if I have a stop here. Let's say I get stopped out at like 10.8 or something. Buy back at 8 and then ride it to 14k. It will do another pullback, etc. So that's how you play the swings, guys, right? That's the longer swings. That's my spot coins that I do that on, not on margin. That's on the spot coins, guys, and that's just how I ride it, right? So that's something to just mitigate some risk. So, you know, that's my plan anyhow, guys. I'll start scaling in here for sure at the 618. But if it, for some reason, if we go already at the 0.5, I'll buy a little bit here already, right? And then I'll definitely buy some more here. If for some reason we fall further, I will still have some cash to buy back in lower. So, you know, I'll make sure to have that at least. But, yeah, we can get rid of this because I think this was the top, guys. I mean, I cannot say it for sure, but definitely, you know, have your stops. All right, I think having a stop under this candle at least is very it's just a good thing to do. All right, it's to protect some profits. Because what if, guys, what if you know, we take this and we just put it, we plot it here. All right, we plot it here. Why? Because there's wick, wick. All right, and this was just some crazy action that you know, it happens. But basically, if you do that, oh, let's not do it like that. I want it back. So let me clone it. All right, so the wicks here. If you do that, you have a channel, right? So what if, guys? What if we're not done? I'm just, you know, I know you don't want to see this, but I just have to go with this scenario again. So what if this was A, B? Where's the C, guys? Is it gonna be like here that I want it to be, or is the C gonna be right here, like right around here? It could, guys. It could definitely be there. So what? That is just the case, right? So I'm gonna draw you two cases that I see. Right? That's one. Got 2, 3. This is the bearish case, guys. 4. And then the 5. Okay, so let's make the bearish case red. You know, red for bear. Alright, and we'll make one green for the bullish case. Okay, we'll make a bullish case as well, because I honestly think we're bullish, but then it's something like 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and this was 5, right? So that is also just a possibility, guys, but you know, it could definitely be like that, since I see a lot of volume. You know, I saw a Morningstar on the weekly. It's just also bullish, right? So that's why I kind of think that this is wave 1. So, you know, let's just draw our waves here. Okay, so if this is wave 1, we said it would go to 14k next, right? So what if something like this would happen instead, guys? We have this 1 here. It goes back here, right? Then we go to 14k. 14. Not too bullish here. 14, yeah. Then we go back down a little bit, and then we have a wave 5 to about 17. What do you think about this count? Right? It's definitely possible, right? And then basically you have some channel going here, right? Which is a rising wedge kind of deal. But then, because after the 5th wave you will fall again, etc., and then you finally make a new high. But that's how far ahead you need to look, guys. Right? Just keep on predicting, so you have multiple cases that you can go by, but definitely react to this, guys. Don't just be like hodl on, guys. Alright, because if you react to this, you're early now. Okay, you're still early. You're even still early if it goes lower than here. Because what if you get stopped out here, right? Is that the end of the world? No, because you will get like 20% extra bitcoins, right? 20% extra bitcoins, guys. On one bitcoin is about $10,000, right? 20% is you will make $2,000. Alright, that's on only one bitcoin. If you play 2, that's $4,000, guys. So you have to keep that in mind. And what if my other scenario is true and we actually go down here? Well, then instead of the 20%, you'll have like nearly 50% more, alright? And you know, because when I will scale in here, guys, on the 0.5, well, most likely on the 0.618, I really think we can hit that. then I'll put my stop as soon as we bounce. I'll put my stop under it in case we go, and then, you know, it will stop me out and just basically, you know, get my money back, and so I can buy back here, guys. Obviously we don't want to see this, but it's still a possibility. Alright, don't just remove it. So we're looking at both bear and bullish scenarios, guys. You know, you need to be at both sides. You can't be only a bull, you can't be only a bear either. But this is the channel we're in still, guys, and we didn't break it yet, even though on the non-log scale, you see, we went to it, we tried, and boom, we failed. So let's just also look at if we take a Fibonacci from the top here, all the way to the top, guys, and we just drag it all the way to the bottom here, you see we hit a 382, it was above it, and it got rejected. So that tells me that we're at least gonna go back to 9k here, right? We're just gonna visit this Fibonacci here again. So that's another case, guys. There's so many cases to be made right now, but definitely be wary. All right, be wary about this, and don't just hodl on. I want you guys to profit, right? And so just, you saw all the cases here. That's a case that we still go and you know, see this. I'm not saying the 3k scenario. That's some madness, right? That people have in mind. People have some madness in mind. That's why when you have it on log scale, you see it much better here, right? You see this is a scenario here, guys. Basically it has these wicks as well, because if you take it off log, you barely even see this, guys. You barely even see this, okay? It goes so fast. So I like log scale myself, but for diagonal lines it's definitely sometimes better to not have log scale. But yeah, so I can see this, but this was a very strong bounce, so I can also see a double bottom. We'll just have to see and react, guys, alright? React to the Fibonacci levels. So just draw your Fibonacci from this bottom here to the top, and just play the Fib levels, okay? Just play the Fibonacci levels. Alright, they're not there for nothing. And always compare your Fibonacci levels with actual structure in the chart. So at the 61865 level you see a lot of structure here, but at the 786 you barely see any, right? So 886 you only see one tiny little bounce here. Though obviously the one, you know, all the way full retracement, that was a huge bounce. But you see the most structure around the 618 area, right? So yeah, guys, just play the chart as it is. We will see some bearish momentum coming for the next, you know, I'd say few days. All right, that is just how it goes. It will pull back. It might take 2 days, 3 days, who knows. It can go really fast. Okay, so it's always faster the drop than the run up. So how long was this run up, guys? It was 14 days. If we have a drop of 5 days, it'd be something, right? So guys, there's shorting opportunities right now. If you are on a leveraged exchange like BitMEX or on Bitfinex, Kraken, whatever have you, you can short the market as well and make money, right? Right now, guys, all right, so I don't want to be a bear, but you know, it's also sometimes good to be a bear. Okay, so let's say you would open a short right now this minute, and you put your stop really tight, just above that new, you know, that old high. If it goes higher, you obviously want to be out. So you can short all the way down here, guys. That is, you can gain 26.29% while only having a stop on 8%. Alright, that gives you a risk reward ratio of 3.26. That is pretty good, guys. So, you know, definitely check these cases out as well. Alright, don't just ignore that. And that's on the daily, guys. Right, if you want to have a better entry, you can obviously wait after 5 waves, guys. You get an ABC somewhere. So I'm waiting for the ABC. Okay, I'm waiting for the ABC. Like, can I say this is an ABC already? Well, I know that an A wave on the 4 hour, so here, an A wave can either be a 3 or a 5. So, you know, I have to be kind of careful here, you know, whether it's gonna be 5 waves down or 3 waves down, right? But there's definitely on the shorter term, what you do know, even though it will be 5 or 3, is that, you know, let's say it's 3, so then you get A, B, C, right? So this was then there. What if this is A? You get a B and then a C. So guys, it's not bad to short the B somewhere, okay? So that is just something you have to keep in mind, because if it's 5, that doesn't change it just changes that you can make more profit. Right? What if something like this happens, guys? What if that? Okay, so that is on the shorter term, right? Because then 9k probably a bounce back up, and or actually that's kind of crazy, right? Because this is already, nah, the 5 needs to be on the 382 here, right? So what if this happens, guys? Well, that is possible, right? That is possible. I'm not saying it will, but it's possible. Let's just put this back on the nice blue one that I like. But just plan ahead, guys, right? And play the short. This will probably be an easy one to play, because the bigger waves are always easier to play than the smaller waves. Also, shorting is not that hard, guys, right? Shorting, it just means that it's always fast, alright? It always falls fast. You know how retracements go? It falls fast and it goes up a little slower. So that's just how it goes, guys. But markets go up and they also go down. They don't just go up. So keep that in mind, alright? Draw your Fibonacci's and play them. Play them as you see, guys, right? So basically, I'll just draw them a little close so I can see the numbers, right? So yeah, play the 382. 382 is usually the number for a dead cat bounce. So basically something like this, right? And then back up. Probably like sometimes only here, but it can definitely go like all the way up here again, and then further down, right? That is just how it can go. So, and you have to keep in mind that it can either be a 3 or a 5 wave fish. So, you know, keep that in mind, that it can be both. And, you know, that's basically my little update on Bitcoin, guys. I hope it's not too long for you guys. Also, if you're not in my Telegram yet, join up with the CryptoPies blog, where we talk among each other, where you can ask me any questions, ask anyone else any questions, etc. Right? It's just a nice chat box to be in. Also, join up with the CryptoPies feed, where basically I post all my announcements, right? I post about whitelisting for new ICOs. For example, we got Neon Exchange here that is coming soon for whitelisting. Orbis Web. I post my videos, obviously. I post my analysis. You know, both Telegrams, guys, will be in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that post notification button. And if you got any questions at all, leave a comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.